subbing to. LOL.
Let's see. And just in case this doesn't go as planned, I'm gonna save state. So, crystal shield, yeah. Ribbon. Crystal mail and angel. Or these gloves, yeah, there you go. Okay, alright. Just in case this don't go as planned, okay? But I do want to heal up, so let's see here. Let's use a cottage. Hey, Deathbloom Dan, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Art of G4MING said. Totally random.
Okay, now we can save state. And let's go into the tower, okay? See what we can do. Alright.
Brody and Ada said. LOL random like your Nemi spinner ha 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 ha.
Split into two groups, which side will Coral go to? Alright. Now there's two towers. One is physical and one is magical. The left one is the magical one, and the right side is the physical. So send your magic casters to the left and your physicals to the right. Okay?
Yes ha ha ha.
So for Carl and Raina, we're gonna put them to the right tower. Okay?
Plus I'm on mobile, so I get even more random notifications.
And we're gonna send Krill and Ferris to the left tower. Okay? The reason I'm doing it like this is because I want Raina and Carl on the same team. Okay? That's why I'm sending them together. Ferris, you wanna take the left tower, and Krill, you do. Okay? Okay, now you heard what I said earlier, right? One side is magical and one side is physical. What this means is, do not use physical attacks on the left tower at all, or something like that, okay? And use only physical on the right side. Because if you use physical on the left side, let's say you landed on an enemy called a flare and tried to outright kill him with a physical attack, or even better, money toss. Guess what happens?
Art of G4MING said. Because if you do, guess what happens? Art of G4MING
Alright,
said.
Now the thing about this tower is there's an enemy called a flare that has a rare steal called the shock whip. But the problem is if you try to steal from them, normally they would counter with 2 attacks in one turn that do 99 damage on your characters, and you would die instantly from that. It's unblockable. So how do you get around that to stealing the what is it? Oh yeah, the shock whips. How do you get around that? Well, I'm about to show you. Okay, so let's see here. I should put time on Krill. I'm glad I did that just now, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to show it off. So let's see here. Let's see. Oh, you had the ice shield, not the crystal shield. There you go. And yeah, crystal mail. Okay. Thieves glove, yeah, because you're gonna be the one stealing. Okay. Now you notice I didn't put control on. That's because there are 2 status effects that the flares are actually susceptible to that are not immune to it. So that's why I put red ×2 and white on Ferris. Okay. So let's see what we can do. Normally I would be having Ferris doing the stealing, but not here. So let's see here. Okay. So let's see. You can encounter up to a battle of up to a group of 3 enemies, 2 of them being the flares. So let's see here. And that would be in this room right here, I think. So let's see here. Let's save state. Okay. And let's take a look around. See what we got here. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, there's the 2 flares right there. You see them? Now, do not attack them. But what we do want to do is, let's see here. Let's dual cast with red times 2. Let's see. Berserk and Mini. Okay? We want to do that on one flare, okay? There we go! Alright. And hopefully that will work. Let's do that on the other one too, okay? Let's see. Berserk, yeah. And Mini. There we go. Alright. Now, let's try to steal from them. Or
also,
not. Okay, I should cast Mini on the flare
I
first.
get a rando too.
Before he annihilates us. Or not. Okay.
Art of G4MING.
Okay, Mini.
Said.
Where are you?
The other day
There you
YouTube was
go.
censoring messages in chat. Art of G4MING.
Not. Okay. Okay, we're gonna cast Haste on our party.
Smiling
Hey,
face
two
with
on our
open
party,
mouth
and then
and
we're gonna
tightly
speed things
closed
up.
eyes.
Let's see.
Battlescar 1313.
Mini.
Good job.
Oh, I can multi-target it, huh? Okay. Well, there you go. Mini, there we go. Okay. Now you can steal from them without worrying about them killing you. So, let's save state here and see what I get. Ha! Well, there you go, everybody. There you go. That's how you steal the shock whip from the flares without them killing you. Now we can kill them. Without having to worry. I suppose another way you could do it is putting control on one of your characters and putting steel on the other one, and then just spamming steel on the one that's being controlled and having it try to cast spells without it really doing anything. So I guess you could do that too. That's another way you could do it, but yeah. There you go. I'll be sure to include that in the description after it uploads. So, but now that we got a shock whip, all right. That was lucky actually, because that's a rare steel. But I just wanted to show you how to do it. So now let's just get our equipments back on and everything, how they were. Okay. I'll go back and farm the other shock whips offline. So, because I do want to get through as much as possible. Okay. So let's go and give Ferris her stuff back too. Although red times 2 might not be a bad idea. She's not going to be using steel. At least not right now. So let's go ahead and put summon on. Yeah, red times 2 and summon. There you go. That way she can duel. Right. You had a weapon. So, Earth Hammer. There it is. Alright, okay. Black robe, and yeah, you have the piece. Alright. Okay.
To fall off heart.
Let's go ahead and heal up here.
Follow
There we go.
Mario's Twitter here for updates. https://twitter.com.
Now, if you want to farm shock whips, this is your only chance to do it right here in the fort tower. So, using that technique that I just showed you, that is how you do it. Normally you steal an elixir from them, and if you do, you can cast return and start the battle over, and do that again until you get the shock whip. So, but that's how you get more shock whips, which I will be doing off live, so not right now. So let's just keep moving. So now I'm gonna start using all magic. I'm not gonna do any physical. So let's see here. Here's another enemy called Tiny Mage. If you use physical attacks on these guys, they will do dual and circle attacks, which basically eliminates the character for the remainder of the battle. So don't do that either, okay? Yeah, don't use any physical attacks on any enemies in the left tower here, okay? There's another enemy called a Chrono Controller, where if you use physical attacks on them, they will counterattack with Meteor,
said,
which will
bad you too, haha.
So yeah. The strategy is simple. Just don't use any physical attacks, okay? Unless you're gonna try to farm some shock whips using that technique I showed you, okay? But anyway. almost there. 1-to-1. Not that I'm ever going to use it, so... But anyway. Okay, we're at the top. Now I need to change my abilities around a little bit. Let's see. Once you reach this room with Ferris, put steel in it, okay? And everything else is fair game, so... Let's see. Oh, right, you had a weapon. Black robe and... yeah, these stuff. There you go. Alright, okay, we're set. Alright, let's go. Prepare Ferris and Krill, or whichever two characters you brought to this tower, before you take another step forward, okay?
Art of G4MING. Said. Bad tune.
Okay, now we're with Raina and Krill. Now there are some other unique enemies in this area right here. One of them is called a Dueling Knight. I think you can encounter them inside the inner areas of this tower here. They also have a rare steel called the Flame Shield. Except with them, it's a lot easier. You can just steal from them and then cast Return if you get their common steel. The rare steel is the Flame Shield. So if you want to form some Flame Shields, you can get them from the Dueling Knights in these rooms right here. There's another enemy that also has a Flame Shield as a rare steel in the final area as well. So, but I'm going to form them here, so let's see if we can find them, in fact. Let's see. In fact, I might want to put steel on someone too. I'll put it on someone, why not? So, and I'll give him the Thief's Glove temporarily, just to show one battle with him. So, let's see.
Art
yeah,
of G4MING.
Right?
Said.
Right, ribbon.
Not to confuse it with Bath 2, which is a good one.
Thief's Glove. There you go. Okay, Lena, you should be okay. Alright. Alright, let's take a look around and see if we can find the enemy, the Dueling Knights.
Brody and Ada.
Do not use magic in this tower. They will counterattack with 4 physical attacks that will do like 500 damage or more on a character. Not nearly as bad, but still not great. So let's see here.
Yes,
Time Magic Case Digger, or no, not Time Magic. Do not use magic, right? Steal. And we get a power. Okay. And they will counter with a physical attack whenever you steal from them. So watch out for that, right? And we killed them. Oh well. But those are the enemies right there that you can steal Flame Shields off of. So if you want to form some Flame Shields, you can get them from these guys right here. But there is another enemy later in the final area that also has them. So, okay? Well, anyway. Now, let's try to finish up this tower. In fact, Carl don't need steel anymore, so... let's go ahead and put the guard back
Art
on.
of G4MING. Said.
Yep, right.
Do
Everything
not
else
use
he had is
magic on
still
this
good,
tower.
so.
They will counterattack with victim cards. Brody and Ada. Said. Haha, yes they will.
Yeah, and Angel. Alright, Raina, you should be okay. Although, we might want to give you the heal instead. That way we have some way to heal. Or... no, I think we'll be okay. We got
Brody
potions
and Ada.
to heal us up, too, so...
Said. They're like slow users.
And we've mastered Chemist for everyone. Well, if you didn't master Chemist for everybody, then what you would want to do is you would want to put the healing staff on one of your characters in this tower, and that would be your way of healing each other, okay, without using magic. So, because in the boss fight in this tower, you're not going to be able to use magic to heal. So, the healing staff would be your best bet, okay, normally. And your other one would just be the regular physical attacker, so. Now you're probably asking, why did I put steel back on the Ferris in the other tower? Well, that's because the boss those two characters in that tower over there fight actually has a rare steel on them. Not that it's really anything missable, but it's the only other one of the item that you can steal from them, so. It's the only other second one, so, of it, so. That one comes in limited quantity. It's something we already have, but it's still there, so. And it's the only other one there is. Alright. here we get a defender. I actually farmed some of those
Brody
earlier.
and
In
Ada
fact, I need to talk about that
said,
after this tower. So,
the wall might
yeah.
get to wall for a
Anyway.
3-hour-long stream.
Okay. Now, make sure we're healed up. Potion. There we go. And you know what? Let's give Reyna that new weapon, that other new weapon that we have, the Dragon Beard. Let's give her that. And since she's using a whip, she's gonna use the shield, so let's fix that. Alright, sorry Carl, but you, Reyna needs that Aegis shield, so, okay. So we're gonna give you the Ice Shield. Or not. Okay. Okay, there we go, okay. Let's give Coral the Ice Shield. And give Reyna that Aegis shield. Alright, the Dragon Beard is her strongest weapon right now, and what it does is when she attacks with it, not only does it have a 33% chance of doing paralysis, but it does extra damage, critical hits against Dragon-type enemies, which is really good, so... And that will be especially useful against a particular super boss in the final area, if you know what I mean? It's a Dragon-type one. Alright, let's go get Holy and Flare. And you have to take them at the same time. You can't dilly down. Okay. So let's examine it. Okay, first, take it exactly when Reyna does, okay? Right at the same time. Right at that second. Let's get the powers of Holy and Flare. For boss time against Minotaur! Does this guy look familiar? Now you can't use magic here, so you have to rely entirely on your physical attacks and power, and if you need to heal, I hope you have that healing staff on, or use the potions or whatever if you've mastered chemistry, okay? This is one point where the healing staff would be useful, right here. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, you're gonna try to use Holy, aren't you? But you can't! Because this tower is cool. Haha. Yeah, he tries to use Holy, but he can't, so there you go. Alright, we got Holy, but now we need to get Flare, so let's spam like crazy.
Brody and Ada
There we go.
said,
Okay, now let's try to steal from this guy and see what he's got. He's got a rare steal on him called a Cornago skirt, which is the second one in the game, and we didn't get it. So. But you can steal the second Cornago skirt from him. So. He is weak to wind, though, so let's go ahead and use Illithric. And Hydra, too. Just watch out for his final attack, Flare. He will actually get to cast a spell, so make sure you're fully healed before he does that, okay? And don't use physical attacks or money toss against this guy. If you do, well, he won't exactly kill you, but he'll just cast Return over and over again every time you do that. So, and he'll never end the battle. So, yeah, don't do that, okay? Use only magic.
Art of G4MING said, lots of bosses here.
But if you want to get another Cornago's Gird, you have to steal it from this guy. Because otherwise you're not going to get another one. So it's the only other one in the game if you want to get it. I'll go back and get it offline, so yeah. Alright, and I think we got it. Alright, and we got Holy and Flare. But we still need 2 more stone tablets. Where could those be at? Harrison